Alright, so today's going to be an easy brew. It's probably the easiest and fastest way to make a beer. We're going to be making a pale ale. And for that we're going to need 6 pounds of liquid malt. And we're only going to use about 1.5 pounds of some powdered malt. Aside from that, 1 ounce of Citra hops. And we're going to use 1 ounce of Sass. And you can use more hops. I'm just not a very hoppy person, if you will, so I'm going to use just 2 ounces. And of course we need one of these for our fermentation. To start off, I went ahead and added 1.5 pounds of some dry malt, and we're going to bring up the water level at about here. This is a 3-gallon pot, so we're making it concentrate. Then we're going to dilute it with cold water to bring down temperature. So we're going to get close to the top, but remember we're going to be adding the liquid malt after we boil the hops. So now we just add water. We've added the water and we started the flame. We're just going to mix it up. Make sure that you get it all at the bottom nice and mixed, otherwise it will stick to the bottom and it will scorch, and that's something you do not want. So we're going to go ahead and leave it for a while, make sure it comes up to boiling temperature, and we're going to add our addition of hops. And by the way, this is not going to be a hoppy beer like I mentioned before. So we're only doing 1 addition of hops. It's going to be 1 ounce of Sass and 1 ounce of Citra. So we have our hops measured out. It's going to be 1 ounce Citra, 1 ounce Sass. We're going to go ahead and put it on our thing over here. Now you don't need one of these. If you have a muslin bag, that's obviously going to work just fine. I have a dry hopper, so we're going to use that. Our wort's starting to boil. It's fine. It's no big deal. It's not an exact science. We're just going to drop that in, and we're going to let it boil for about 45 minutes. I want to point out, when you're boiling your hops, keep it at a low boil. You don't want an uncontrolled boil. It's going to be low, so bring down your temperature. As you can see, it's boiling. It's just not over the top. All right, it's been about 45 minutes, so now we can take out the hops and let it drain for a little bit. We're going to add the 6 pounds of liquid malt, and we're going to stir as we pour it in. That way it doesn't sink to the bottom and scorch. We got as much as we could from the jar. See how there's still stuff inside, so we can use some of this hot liquid and just scoop it in here, swirl it around until we get all that stuff out. We want to get as much as we can, hopefully everything. And be careful when you do this. That is very hot stuff. You just want to swirl it around, get as much as you can, get some on the sides. And we can repeat it a few times till we get everything out. Yep, I think we pretty much got the majority out. Once it comes back to boiling temperature, we can shut it down, or shut it off rather, and get ready to pour in our fermenter. We have our 3 gallons of cold water. This was in the refrigerator since last night, so that's ready to go. We're going to be pouring, well, first 2 gallons of the cold water in the fermenter, and we got it draining. We just sanitized it. So 2 gallons of cold water followed by the hot wort, and then we will top it off with the 3rd gallon. So we have the 2 gallons and the wort, and we're just going to add another gallon of water. And that brings us to about 5 gallons, and we're going to check the gravity and see where we're at. If we need to, we'll add more water and go from there. Using our refractometer, we see we're getting close to 1.070. So we're going to add more water and bring it down to about 1.055, which is where I want it to be. So we added another gallon, and it looks like we are about where I want it to be, 1.055, and we ended up with 6 gallons of beer. And now we just add our yeast. Temperature has come down, so we're ready to add the yeast and put it aside, and we're done. Keeping everything simple, we are not going to start the yeast. We're just going to sprinkle it in. Careful not to touch the sides. Everything has been sanitized, so we don't want to come into contact with that. And now we just put on the lid. The yeast will do its thing. So about 2 weeks, we'll be ready to bottle. All right, we're capped off. Went ahead and added some sanitizer. And if you're using a fast fermenter, don't forget to open up the valve on the bottom so we can collect the tube. We're not going to do a secondary on this one. We're just going to collect once. Then on the second week, we'll take everything off and bottle from there. So I hope you guys like the video. I hope it's helped you guys in any way. It's very easy and the fastest way to make a beer without using grain, just using powder malt and liquid malt. Happy brewing.